At last, the 1948 show!
I'm the lovely Aimi MacDonald. Here are a few facts about the lovely Aimi MacDonald. She's terribly famous and clever, and she reads lots and hates spiders. Well, that's quite enough for now about the lovely Aimi MacDonald. Oh, wait a minute, darling, I'm supposed to introduce the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the show.
Good evening. Here is the news. President Tito arrived at London Airport earlier this evening on the first stage of his 5-day visit to the... Somebody's stolen the news. May I have the news back, please? I'm so sorry about this. Will you please bring the news back immediately? Well, as I was saying, it appears that this president of Yugoslavia has arrived at London Airport to see somebody very important about something very important, I imagine. Apart from that, excuse me one moment.
You give me the news now! Give it now! Give it back now!
President Tito and Madame Tito were met at London Airport by... Mr. George...
And now a quick look at the weather.
Topic: a frank discussion of a controversial problem. This week, Franklin Trevelyan talks to Dr. Rhomboid Goatcabin about freedom of speech.
Dr. Goatcabin, what I want to ask you first is, do you believe that in this country there is freedom of speech?
Well, I always...
Or to put it another way, do you believe that there is, in this country, freedom of speech?
Yes. Well, I think
or
that...
to paraphrase that, do you believe that there is freedom of speech in this country?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
In other words, are people in this country free to speak?
Yes, well...
that is what I mean. Yeah.
Yes,
perhaps I should say that by free I mean, of course, unrestrained.
Yes.
By speech I mean the act of speaking
yes,
words.
Quite.
And by in this country I mean, of course, Great Britain.
Yes, I do appreciate it. I feel...
and Northern Ireland.
And Northern Ireland, yes.
Yes, and the Channel Islands.
Channel Islands, yes.
But not, of course, abroad.
No. I do...
I mean, let me put another... I mean, to what extent do you, as opposed to anyone else...
Yes, I know the question.
Who would be other people for the purpose of this question...
I do know the question.
Feel. By feel, I mean believe...
I know the question.
Consider, hold to be true...
I know the question.
Fine, credit the...
I know the question.
Maintain, assume, surmise, accept, deem, win, or proud that this is in fact the case.
I know the question.
Or not.
What, me?
Yes.
You want to know what I think?
That's right.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I've forgotten the question.
Freedom of speech.
Oh, yes. Well,
what I was asking was, do you feel that freedom of speech in this country is an illusion or a reality? And I mean by reality,
yes,
of course,
I do know the question. I know the question. I remember the question. I do know the question. I know it. I didn't want to come here. You made me come here.
Considered in
I didn't want to come.
After all, was
I'm
not
going now.
an easy
I'm
decision
going.
on a relative as opposed to an absolute problem. When I say problem, I do mean an issue that affects all of us at this time. I mean, I always myself feel that while it is universally agreed that some restriction on the right of free speech is necessary, for example, in the case of the law of libel or... as the case may be. I mean, bearing in mind that with censorship, many of the facts that lead to a repression of a person's opinion can in fact lead, if bottled up, to extremely violent states of action, though I do not personally believe it to be the case, as there seems to be little evidence to this effect.
Well, I always feel that in the case of freedom of speach, one can only...
However, I'm afraid that's all that we have time for tonight. Good night.
It's a bit bold, really, and it gives the lady such a bad name.
Excuse me, is this seat occupied?
No.
Excuse me, would you mind if I change places with you? What? Could I sit there?
Yes, I suppose so.
Oh dear. Oh dear, dear.
What?
I thought I would like sitting here, but now I'm here, I find it's not as good as I thought it would be.
Oh.
So I'll sit there. Do you mind if I smoke?
No, not at all. No.
Are you sure?
Yes, thank you.
You're not just saying that to be polite.
No, please do smoke.
Only you would say if you didn't want me to.
Yes, I would.
Really?
Yes, I promise I would.
So you don't mind if I smoke?
No.
Only some people might object.
Yes, but not me.
I was just making sure.
Cool.
I wish I had a cigarette. I wish I had a cigarette that I could smoke. If I had a cigarette...
Do you want a cigarette?
Oh! No, I don't think I will.
Please, take one.
No, I mustn't, no.
No, take one.
No, really, no.
All right.
I wish I hadn't refused that cigarette. How I wish I hadn't refused the cigarette that nice gentleman offered me, because... Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Aren't you going to smoke it?
Oh, no, you see, if I smoke it now, I won't have one for after.
After what?
After I smoke this one. If I had 2 cigarettes now, it would be plain sailing. Yes, what I chiefly need is 2 cigarettes.
Have another cigarette.
Oh, thank you.
Keep the packet.
Oh, thank you very much.
Not at all.
No, thank you, though.
Okay.
No, but thank you.
That's all right.
Yes, but thank you.
Shut up! What was that?
It was me. It's a speech impediment. I used to go after every second word. I used to say, hello there, Mr. Moonstreet. How are you today? I'm fine.
Yes, I do follow. I do understand.
They cured me at the hospital, though. The doctors, they were wonderful. They stopped me going after every second word.
How?
They said, don't go after every second word. And it worked. Now I only go when I want to. I wanted to then. Once upon a time, there was a fairy prince, and his name was Arthur Aldridge. And he got on a train, and a magic wizard gave him some cigarettes. Magic cigarettes.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling myself a story to pass the time.
Well, will you please tell it quietly?
happily ever after. The end. I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with B.
What?
Or J.
Quiet, please.
B or J. B or J. Easy. B or J.
How can it begin with a B or a J?
For various reasons, none of which I am at liberty to divulge. B or J.
What's the answer?
Ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm?
Mr. B.J. Ectoplasm. He works in my office.
But you can't see him!
You can if you have an appointment. I can make myself disappear.
Well, why don't you go and disappear then?
I can disappear, make myself invisible.
Right, disappear.
I can't do it while you're watching me. Look over there. I'm gone. I'm back. Disappeared. I've gone. Gone.
Look, will you please just stop?
Once upon a time, there was a fairy prince, and his name was Arthur Aldridge. And he got on a train, and a magic wizard gave him some cigarettes. Magic cigarettes. And he said to the wizard, he said, "Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah!" And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Hello. Last week I showed you the lovely Aimi MacDonald dolly, and the demand was so enormous, just everyone wanted one. So, specially for you, we are now making them in different sizes, and here they are. They don't say very much, but they certainly know what they're talking about.
Well, now, let me remind you about one or two of our programs later this evening. At 10 o'clock, there'll be another chance to see the second repeat of a program which was first repeated at 9:30. And then at 10:30, there'll be a third chance to see a recording of a repeat of the first part of the Sports Report on sport, which is a repeat of the Sports Report repeat reported by Peter Porter on the Sports Report. This is a repeat. Well, now, it's almost 8:30 and time for our live program, the 791st episode of our interminably popular serial, The Willets of Littlehampton.
Sarah.
Leo, is it really you?
Yes. After 6 years. Let me look at you, Sarah. You've hardly changed.
Haven't I? How was Malaya?
Pretty damn grisly.
I wanted you every moment, Sarah.
No, Leo, you mustn't. You know.
I heard. Congratulations, Sarah. Or should I call you Mrs. Mellish?
Please don't remind me.
Is he here? Your husband?
No. He's never here now. Oh, God, it's so lonely, Leo.
Poor Sarah. Poor little darling. Sarah, there's something I must ask
This
you.
way, party, this way. Now, this is a television studio, you see. This is one of our main studios.
There seems to be some sort of rehearsal going on. Yeah. Please carry on, don't mind us. Just showing around a party from Jordanian television. Want to have a look-see. Okay, now over here we've got some cameras. I'd like to...
You were saying, Leo?
Oh, yes, Sarah. There's something I must ask you. You remember that letter I sent you from Singapore after Arthur died? Did you open it?
No, of course not. You said not to.
Where is it?
It's in the study.
Sarah, I want you to get it now. I want you to read it.
Now?
Please, Sarah, don't argue. Do as I say.
Very well.
Oh, now we're back on the set again, you see. Now, thank you so much, dear. Now, this is supposed to be a drawing room. It's not real, of course, just a lick of paint and a few pieces of plywood. You see this sort of thing here? Oh, dear. Sorry about this. By the way, this is a stagehand. And now over here, we'll just meet one of our actor chappies. Hello there.
Hello, we're on the air.
Jolly good, well done. Now, these gentlemen are from Jordanian television, eh?
We're on the air. Get on. Here's the letter, Leo. Excuse my friends.
What? Oh, yes, of course. I suppose this is Uncle Harry and his Arabian friends. Uncle Harry and his Arabian friends.
Yes, that's Uncle Harry.
No, we're not in the play. I'm head of drama.
Yes, well, how nice to see you like this, Uncle Harry, right out of the blue, so unexpectedly, accompanied as usual by your inseparable Arabian friends. I wonder if you would excuse us while we get on and read the letter.
Yes, don't let us get in the way. I'm sure you're frightfully busy rehearsing your play, whatnot. Jolly good. All right, Jordanian party this way. I want you to see a boom microphone. They're rather fascinating, these.
Fancy seeing Uncle Harry again.
Yes. Isn't it amazing how interested he still is in Arabs?
Yes, and television.
Years ahead of his time.
Yes. They're not, are they? Oh, the letter, Sarah. I want you to read it. Do you hear me, Sarah? I want you to read every word. It explains everything about that evening at Loxby, about Teddy's suicide, about everything.
Oh, my God.
Uncle Harry seems to have left one of his Arabian friends behind, Sarah.
So he has. Go away. He's always doing things like that.
Silly old Uncle Harry. Why don't you go and join Uncle Harry and your two friends in the garden? Sarah, I want you to finish reading the donkey. The letter. I want you to read every word, do you hear me? Every single word. And then I want to talk about us, Sarah. Could you move up, Uncle Harry's friend?
Leo, you realize this means that my marriage to Lionel is...
Yes.
Then he's not really?
No.
Oh, Leo. Then we're free to...
Yes, darling Sarah, yes.
Oh, Leo, darling, we're alone at last. Apart from Uncle Harry's friend.
Oh, Sarah, it's been so long since we were together like this.
Just the two of us and an Arab.
Oh, Sarah, I love you, do you hear me? I love you. Madly.
I love you too, Leo.
Why don't you go for a stroll in the garden, Uncle Harry's friend? Sarah, I'll go and fetch Uncle Harry.
Sorry to bother you again. You lost one of my party. There you are. Oh, dear. Prince Abdul thing. We're moving on to Studio 2 now to see colour television, and you say.
This is a live production.
Live? No, we're on the air. Not a rehearsal.
There you are, Uncle Harry.
Good evening, yes. Here I am, Uncle Harry. Uncle Harry, here I am. Not the head of drama, not remotely like him, but as you so aptly put it, Uncle Harry. Jolly good. Good evening, I'm Uncle Harry. Am I on the right camera?
Yes, Uncle Harry, yes. Sarah and I want to be alone, Uncle Harry. I wonder if you would mind taking your Arabian friend for a walk in the garden.
In the garden?
Garden.
He's gone.
Ah, well, it doesn't matter now, Uncle. Well, lovely to see you again, Uncle Harry.
Uncle Harry.
Goodbye.
Goodbye and please, love to Gladys. Ad-libbing, try to keep it going.
Quick, Sarah, there's not a moment to lose. Come with me now.
Oh, yes, Leo. Now. But let's savor this moment. It's so wonderful.
Come with me now, Sarah, before it's too late.
Quiet! I can hear someone coming. I think it's my husband.
So this is the way you treat me, Sarah. I leave you here alone.
Except for the Arabs.
What?
Except for the Arabs.
I leave you here alone, except for the Arabs, and when I come home, what do I find? Him.
It's no good, Mellish. Sarah knows about Sebastian's will.
What?
Yes, and Teddy's suicide. I've told her everything.
You mean she knows?
Yes, I know that we're not legally married.
Don't say I didn't warn you, Leo. I'm going to kill you.
I'm Uncle Harry, you see.
And the director told me. I thought it'd be a good idea if I asked my Arabian friends if they'd like to leave the studio, the living room, and make things easier for you. Jolly good. I don't care who's here, Leo. I'm going to kill you.
No, Lionel,
Keep
no.
away from him, Sarah. I'll give you 3. 1, 2.
This way, Nigerian party. This is a studio. You may have seen something. I appear to be acting something.
Bring her back! Bring her back! You! Bring her back! You! You! You bloody fool! You've ruined my whole bloody program! Oh, we might be planning things, I believe. Hello, I'm so sorry.
Is Leo mortally wounded? Will Lionel Mellish find the letter? Or will the head of children's programs turn up with a load of flaming Eskimos? Don't ask me, we only do the bloody programs.
This way, Eskimo party. This is one of our studios. That's a camera. You'd like to have a look at that there. That's a lens. You probably had the same sort of thing in your country. You can see a red light underneath. That means it's actually...